Welcome to Tom's Nuggets for the Full Fee Agent, the series where we break down the strategies, scripts, and mindset shifts that turn you from a transaction chaser into a trusted full fee professional. Today, we're starting with session 1 of anchoring your value. First impressions decide your fee. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a meeting with a client, had a great conversation, and walked out feeling confident, only to have them disappear, ghost you, or list with someone else? You wondered, what the heck happened? You did everything right, or so you thought. Here's the hard truth. Your fee, your value, and your place in that client's mind were decided within the first 2 minutes, if not before you even walked into the meeting. In the Full Fee Agent, one of the most important principles is this. Clients don't wait until the end to judge your worth. They decide early, sometimes instantly, and once that perception is set, it's incredibly hard to change. If they decide you're a trusted advisor, everything after that becomes easier. They listen to you, they follow your lead, and they're less likely to question your fee. If they decide you're just another agent, everything becomes harder. They comparison shop, they hesitate to commit, and they'll almost certainly challenge your commission. So psychologists call this the primacy effect. It's the human tendency to weigh first impressions more heavily than later information. It's why jurors form an opinion during opening statements, why a job interview often decided before you finish your resume rundown, and why your fee is really determined before you even open your laptop to show some comps. If you don't intentionally control that first impression, the client will fill in the blanks for you, and not always in your favor. Let me give you an example. A Summerlin agent I know met a seller who seemed like a dream client. They connected instantly. She thought, this is going to be an easy full fee listing. But here's what happened. She opened the meeting by asking the seller to tell her about their home. Normal enough, right? But then she dove straight into the CMA. No conversation about how she works. No anchoring of her value. Just, here's what I think it's worth. And by the end of the week, the seller had listed with someone else for 1% less commission. Why, you may ask? Well, because in those first minutes, she didn't establish herself as different. The seller assumed all agents were the same, and in that case, the cheapest one wins. So what does anchoring value early look like? Anchoring isn't about talking nonstop or hitting them with a sales pitch. It's about planting 3 beliefs immediately. Number 1, the agent understands me. And number 2, the agent is different. And number 3, the agent will protect my outcome. Here's the difference in language for a buyer's agent consult. Most agents say, let's look at some listings and see what you think. A full fee agent says, before we look at a single property, I want to make sure we're crystal clear on what winning in this market looks like for you. Because my entire job is to help you win, not just help you shop. That shift changes the frame from tour guide to strategic partner. Here's how to structure those first 2 minutes. Step 1, connection. Give a genuine observation of acknowledgement. Something like, I know the process can be overwhelming right now, especially with so many headlines and opinions out there. Step 2, positioning. Right? You're going to explain who you are in relation to their goals. My role isn't just to find you a house. It's to put you in the strongest possible position when the right one comes along. Step 3, outcome focus. Shift the attention to what success looks like for them. Before we do anything else, I want to hear exactly what winning would look like for you in this process. Chris Voss, the author of Never Split the Difference, says, you don't have to agree with someone to understand them. Let that sink in, especially in today's world, right? You don't have to agree with someone to understand them. Anchoring value starts with showing you understand their fears, their desires, and their pressures. That doesn't take 20 minutes. It takes a few well-placed sentences that let them know you get them. Now, here in Las Vegas, buyers and sellers are bombarded with options. The agent who frames themselves as a trusted guide immediately stands out. If you wait to earn that trust until later, you've already lost ground to the dozens of other voices in their ear. Your first impression is the anchor that either holds your value in place or lets it drift away. And once it drifts, it's hard to pull it back. In our next session, we're going to talk about the exact moment in every client relationship when they decide consciously or unconsciously whether to trust you. It's called the moment of truth. And once you can spot it, you can use it to lock in your value from day one.